Chido Obi-Martin is getting closer to his Manchester United debut, as it is reported now that he has been secretly training with the Manchester United first team. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb, and here we are to talk the future of Manchester United post this January transfer window, which to many has been underwhelming. I'm hearing certain people even attacking INEOS that they are not backing the manager. Amorim, can you imagine how ungrateful people can be? Listen, guys, you cannot start this propaganda of how INEOS are not backing Ruben Amorim. I will not take it because, listen, for me, I'm even amazed by how much Business United did. We are in a rebuilding phase. We did not need to buy so many players. Don't tell me about backing the manager with transfers. They have backed so many managers with transfers. What have they achieved? They are changing things to try and focus on the youngsters. Man United already has signed so many young players, clearly showing you that the new direction is young players, rebuild them. The old-timers, the experienced ones, the ready-made players have failed at Man United. Guys, learn. Why don't Manchester United supporters learn? You're all just excited because you see Man City spending a lot of money on big names. You also want to be a part of that, but it has not worked for you in years. United has spent the most amount of money of all big clubs in the past so many years. What have they achieved with all these signings? They have been flopping out and being dished out on loan, some leaving for free. Guys, come on. Why don't we learn? Why do we get excited and carried away? But anyway, I like the fact that INEOS are not seeming to be falling for that. They're staying stoic. They're holding to their guns and saying, we are changing the way things are done. We are rebuilding the youngsters, not just the youngsters. We are also building a new Old Trafford now. There is a report that has come through that INEOS want the new Old Trafford to be done by 2030. Now, the contractors say, the architects say that because of course, the long processes of approvals of, architectural work and stuff, it could take realistically up to 2032. But even if it's 2035, I don't think it's too long a time. New Old Trafford is on the cards and we will get to see it. But let's get proper into the real talk, the real gist of this video. Ruben Amorim, according to what we are getting, has been secretly inviting Chido Obi-Martin to be training with the first team in recent days. In fact, Chido Obi missed the 2-all draw for Man United against West Ham because apparently, of course, I know he's been playing with the under-21s as well. He keeps playing with the under-18s and under-21s at times. But according to what we pick, as early as mid-January, Chido Obi-Martin was already sneaked into first team trainings. Why? Because the way Ruben Amorim does it is, in most cases, just to rest players. When a group plays today, they rest for the next day, they don't train. Then those who did not play or who did not start the game, that is, train the next day and then rest before the next game, and the other team then trains like that. He keeps switching like that. Now, to make up the numbers in the first team, he keeps inviting the youngsters from the academy, and that's how Godwill Kukonki got his time to train with the first team, and he keeps doing that. So according to what we get now is that Chido Obi-Martin as well has been consistently now training with the first team, not just to make up the numbers, but to be monitored and seen closely by the senior team, the senior team coaches, by the first team coaches, to see how exactly he can be integrated into the senior team. By the time, first of all, you're invited to train with the first team, it's because you're close to them. You're close to it. It should be an honor for any player to be training with the first team of any football club. So Chido Obi-Martin has got that honor several times in the past weeks, and Amorim, at a time like this when he was desperate to sign a striker and somehow they failed to get one, he seems now to be intent on giving this boy the opportunities to keep training with the first team as they assess him and see whether or not he's ready to be introduced into games. So guys, Chido Obi is in the plan already. The work had already started. There is a plan in place, and these are credible sources from inside Old Trafford saying this. These are my credible sources from inside Old Trafford saying that this boy has been sneaking in with the first team. But the reason it's not really publicized is to try and protect the player so that the excitement is not too much, because already people then start mounting the pressure on the team and the manager, play Chido, and stuff. But already the plan is in place to see to it that we keep testing these young players. Of course, there are people who will tell you, what of Shea Lassie? He's ahead of Chido Obi. We can't say the status of all these players. We are not there. We don't know. But for me, the fact that already there is a plan to test a young player like Chido with the senior team and try and make a decision, an informed decision on whether he's ripe for the senior team, for the first team, for me, is a huge step in the right direction. So guys, work is being put in. For me, this is exactly what I want to hear. When the youngsters are given opportunities, you want to see a club at least trying to take this risk with these youngsters. That's what you want to see, especially if you're in a time when you're rebuilding. You cannot rebuild when you're shy. You cannot claim you want to rebuild the team, but at the same time, you're trying to buy marquee players for so much money, which you don't even have. So for me, guys, we might have failed to sign Matthew Stell. We might have not gotten a strike on the market, but it's okay because we are not at a point where we are trying to compete for the Premier League title. We are at a point of rebuilding, and there's so many young players we've signed for the academy have got now to be slowly but surely integrated into the senior team. That's exactly what is going on. So, guys, let's stop this propaganda. Let's stop the hate speech. People are beginning now to bring back the whole Glazers and INEOS talk, that INEOS are puppets of the Glazers, blah, 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 blah. They don't back the manager with transfers. Come on, the Glazers, whom you wanted out, backed every other manager with money for transfers. So much money. What did they achieve? What did that money achieve? Guys, let's calm down. The thing about Man United supporters is we get carried away when we see other clubs spending and our club doesn't spend. We feel bad, we feel small, we feel like maybe, we are sleeping, then we want to look for someone to attack and blame, even if we clearly see it that besides the PSR issues that we are dealing with, we have got to rebuild this team. Even when we clearly know that it's not even because of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, there is no money to spend, people are still attacking Sir Jim and trying to say he's a puppet of the Glazers. We don't care whether he is a puppet of the Glazers or not. In any case, they sold to him. We don't know what relationship they have, but let's judge the football facts for what they are. Let's stop the propaganda. Let's be focused and positive and look at these things like we understand the game and how it works. The reality is, the changes at Manchester United have got to be drastic. And if it means United stopping to sign marquee players, overpriced marquee players, look, Patrick Dogu is going to earn 40,000 quid per week, just under 40,000 pounds per week at Man United. These are the new changes. And there are people out there who after 1-2 games will be complaining and saying, Man United, how can you pay a player, a new signing, 40,000 pounds per week? INEOS, yeah, you're failing the club. A player earning 40,000 pounds at Man United, that's not Man United level. That's Stoke City level. There are people out there I know who will go like that if Patrick Dogu has 1, 2, 3, 4 bad games. That's the wrong mentality that we've got to address with Manchester United. But Chido is loading and is not alone. I'll tell you, more of these youngsters will be seen in the team in the coming days. Perhaps not starting, maybe on the bench, but soon we will get to see them, and this for me will mark the proper start of the rebuilding process of Manchester United. I am for this. If you back this with me, like this video, share it, subscribe, and of course drop a comment. But for me, I am for the Chido Obis, not the big spent money on players who turn out to be a bunch of nobodies. Cheers.